Hello everyone, Connor Cunningham here. I have a foundation course, GAA, and this is my series, Coaching the Coaches. What I'm going to be discussing tonight is planning your session. I feel it's important that you put as much detail into your session as you can, and also that you try and make it relevant to your coaching ability, but also to your team. If you're taking, like I'm taking the under 9s this year, so I won't be over coaching them. I will be taking things very slow. We're now into our 4th month with the team. We began with 16 players at under 9s, and we now still have under 9 hurlers now 4 months later, and that's a success in itself. But what it is important to do is to assess, even when you're dealing with senior team, assess your group, assess the level and quality that you have, and then try to encourage them to be better, but also help them be better. And that's exactly the same with any level. So I think it is important that we keep doing that, and I don't see a reason why that can't be done from top to bottom. Now, as that goes, that means that preparation is far more important, in my opinion, because you have to prepare well. You have to assess during your own time, not during training. Assess the situation, assess where your team maybe shortfalls are, where their strengths are. What I like to do in my own sessions, whenever I've been coaching underage the last 4 or 5 years, is I like to do 4 things at training, 5 things actually. One, the warm up, which I try to keep fun, whether it be rugby, whether it be touch rugby, whether it be tails, where you hook a bib or something into the back of your tails, whether it be ball each against a wall. I like to make it fun, but I also like to make it that we're learning as well. Then I like to do 3 drills in between, and then a cool down, which is normally just a very light cool down. If you're working with a senior team, if you're working with a underage team, there's no need real for a cool down. The lads aren't really going to be bursting themselves. But no, the 3 in between, what I like to do is I like to have at least 1 or 2 of them to be something that we're good at. You know, if we're good at shooting, if we're good at tackling, if we're good at on the ground hurling, or if we're good at penalties or something, I like to do a drill like that. It builds confidence, they also are enjoying themselves because they're good at it. But if you can evolve it, you know, if your team or the team that your child goes to, if that team are doing well at fielding or catching the ball high, well, I would be of the opinion that why can't we manoeuvre that on and have a hand pass or a long kick or a long strike into the forward, and let's build a score from it. You know, let's work on building scores, let's work on building players, because in my opinion, up until about 16, 17, there should only be solely development targets for the teams. Now, I've been part of coaching, and I've heard about coaching people that don't agree with that, and that's fine, but I don't agree with them. So what I do feel is right is that you develop players, you develop systems, you try and give them as much confidence when they're on the field, because you can't be on the field, you can't be there, you have to give them the knowledge that you have. You can't take them by the hand, you have to give them the knowledge. So that comes in. I have one of these here, which is my whiteboard. I also have a notepad, but this is a whiteboard which I use to put in my, if you can see there, if you can see here, my whiteboard that I have, the different the different sections and the different weeks that I do the drill. So that's what I want to be doing. Now I will put in something like, because I'm taking under nines, I do have it down that our warm up is the wall rope, which is handy for the hurling in order to work on our grind hurling, work on our blocking, work on our both sides, and then it gets them warmed up so that we can go into a match. Now in under nines, the last wee while I've been doing, in our league format, we do 10 minutes to 15 minutes of ground hurling, first third, second third's 15 minutes of full rules, and then the third's 15 minutes of full rules. So I do my training in that same capacity, same size of field, because I want them to get used to playing, and I want them to be confident when they go on the field or whenever they go into the pitch, that they know the surroundings. I believe that's very important. But that comes down to preparation. You want them, the top coaches, the top managers in football, in GAA, in rugby, in any sort of sport, they want you to be as prepared and as confident going into the championship final, the playoff final, the whatever final, as you are in the first day of the season, because that shows that their job, they have made it that you don't notice. You're just doing one game at a time, you're just going one moment at a time, and that comes down to preparation. And if you're prepared properly, if you assess things properly, then you can do that, and that's what I'm trying to build. People say, yes, you're dealing with under nines, and truth be told, you're going to be losing, out of them 16 players, how many's going to get the senior? At a guess, I would say 5, but I'm not interested in that. They're 16 now tonight, and I want to put good values into them so that they can build their own lives, and hopefully give them good manners and give them good life skills. And that's as part of preparation as anything. I do believe that if you go into something half-assed, then the players will, or whoever you're coaching or whoever you're helping, will notice that, and they'll be half-assed. And you might say, yes, it's only under 8s or under 9s, but that's not the point. We want to be professional with everything we do. We want to build that professionalism with them, and we want to encourage them so that whenever things do start becoming more tough and do start becoming more of a challenge, whenever they do become 16, 17, then they're ready for it, because they've already been dealing with it. So preparation is very important. As I say, I'm going to start these videos again and start doing one every week, hopefully. I just wanted to make that thing known. I'm always available in comments to give advice or give my opinion on things. I certainly am not right at everything. I'm certainly don't know everything, but I'm just giving you my opinion on things. So thank you very much.